Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Wanted to get on here today with some empties. I think I have so many in this basket, it possibly is 2 videos. I've been saving all through Christmas for months. So I'm going to jump right into this, and I haven't categorized it. It's going to be hair, makeup, skincare, supplements, and it's just all in here. So I'm just going to start pulling stuff out. And the first thing is this Olaplex No. 5 Bond Maintenance Conditioner. I have had this for over a year and I won't replace it. I liked it okay, but I didn't notice really anything with this that I don't notice with my Aussie Volume, which is about $5. I didn't really notice that much with this. It is very concentrated, so it lasts a long time, but you know, I liked it okay. Okay, my next thing, y'all, this is a big love. This is my melatonin 5 milligram by Nature Made. I love the one by Nature Made. It really seems to work the best on me, and 5 milligrams is my number. Since I started using this, my sleep, my deep sleep, which I monitor on my little sleep app that I love, I'll link it down below, has gone from 2 to 2.5, even sometimes an hour and 45 minutes of deep, to 3 hours. This morning when I woke up, I just still felt so cozy and relaxed. I just could sleep forever with this. But then when I get up, I'm good. It does not leave any kind of hangover. The 5 milligram is magic for me. I've always done the 3, but the 5 is, it's so good. Okay, next is my Bamboo Fiberful. And I mention this over and over in case you haven't tried it yet. And it's so good. I like it better than anything else I pick up and try. It holds great. Like, look at my bangs. They are held in place, but I could brush right through them. It's just like little fibers all over your hair. And yeah, I always replace it, and I always have about 3 or 4 of them. Magnesium glycinate, 400 milligram. One of you girls told me about this, and I take 4 of these to help me relax. The glycinate is what helps you relax, relaxes your muscles, really just helps you let down and relax. I take 4 of these and 1 of my melatonin 5 milligram. After I take it, I start reading, and I can't keep my eyes open after about 20 to 30 minutes. And then it's lovely. It's a lovely sleep combo. Okay, then I have Zeo Skin Health Complexion Renewal Pads. These dried out, and I really could probably re-moisten them with water, but I just don't care enough. I don't care enough about them. I'm sure I paid a pretty penny for these. I would imagine $35 to $50. And I like my Clinique Clarifying Lotion too just as much. Better. I like it better. That's the one that I always use. I feel fresh and clean. It leaves my skin a little bit cold, and I love my Clinique Clarifying Lotion No. 2. And if I'm going to pick up something gentler than that, it's my Thayer's Rose Toner, but rarely. It's mostly my Clinique. Okay, next, another big favorite that I always keep and I always replace, and it's the John Frieda Volume Lift Air Whipped Foam. This used to be volumizing, I think is what they call it, or big volume or something like that. This broke. It's still half full, but I had a spare. I always have a spare. I couldn't get it to work. If you know how to repair that, let me know if you have a trick. Okay, next I went through, this is That Life Wendy's recommendation, and is there one? No, there's not one in here. Sea Buckthorn Oil Omega-7 Complete. They put this in skincare for a pretty penny. Like, you will pay over a couple of $100s for it when it's in skincare. So she started taking it for volume loss, is what it claims to do. I think it does that. Now, I've heard from some of y'all that it didn't really work for you. I used to get filler down here. I haven't in years gotten it, and I don't feel the need for it. I feel like it really has done, it's either that or my diet, but it started with this. So I love that for heart and joints and everything but my skin is why I take that instead of like cod liver oil or something like that. I take that. I love it. Okay, next. Well, this is going to make a big dent. I went through 3 of these electrolyte drinks that Ella's for Living told me about. These were game-changing. These were the start of healing my muscle twitches. I used to have muscle twitches to the point I hurt. When I drink these, my body would relax so much. I do about a scoop and maybe a fourth every day, and it's just got all your electrolytes. I've been low carb. I've been low carb so long, and my body was just depleted. It was not getting what it needed at that time. And this has my magnesium, this has my potassium, sodium, and some calcium. I love this. I can't thank Elle is for Living enough for recommending that. It changed how I felt. Another magnesium glycinate. Okay, then I went through an It Bye Pores pressed powder. I had set this aside in favor of my MAC Studio Fix, which this is my favorite finishing powder. I love it. But I got this out because I thought, well, I need to use some other powders. Fell back in love with it. I had another spare from like a year ago. I got it out. This is beautiful. It gives such a nice, flawless, blurred finish. A good almost dupe for that is a Milani. Pressed and Poreless, I think is what it's called. But that It is beautiful. Then I finished up my Laura Mercier. This is just her translucent loose setting powder, and it's infamous. It's famous. People love it, and I loved it too. This gives a little bit of a, I'm looking for my go-to, my Derma Blend. This gives a little bit of a cover with it. It just perfects your makeup a little bit more than it already is. I will not replace this at this point because I like a full cover foundation with my Derma Blend, which is a transparent, and I love that because it's just a clear powder that all it does is mattify. This adds a little bit of extra something that is nice to keep around when my foundation isn't full cover enough. I can kind of dip into that, and I really love it. It gives a good mattifying, flawless finish. Okay, then I am on DHEA tablets because I tested low. I do not recommend just going and getting this if you don't know you need it because it is really effective. It's over the counter. It is a hormone regulator. It's like the mother hormone. It regulates all your hormones. And when I had my hormones tested, I had none. I was depleted. I'm now on bioidentical hormones and this, and I'm feeling so much better, so much better. So love my DHEA. This is 5 milligrams twice a day. Again, I recommend testing for that before you just go get it. Okay, then I went through just today. I finished this, a Givenchy Tint Couture Everwear. I think right now this is my, if I could only have one. It's beautiful. It's a skin finish, a little bit luminous, but a luminous skin. And then it dries down to a beautiful skin matte. And it is a good, I would call it a full cover. And it is beautiful. It's beautiful. But I didn't replace it. I have so many, y'all. What I got out to use and I have on today is the Lancome Tint Miracle. And I loved it. I did love that. But I highly recommend this. I wear this in 2N, I believe. I'll list it down below. The Givenchy Tint Couture Everwear is lovely. Okay, then I went through an Osmosis Stem Factor, Growth Factor Serum. And I didn't replace this. I need to do a skincare update. I've been real lazy with my skincare lately. But I didn't replace this. I didn't notice anything through several bottles of it. But if I'm going to spend this much on something that I really do think I notice a difference with, it's something that Penn Smith Skincare recommended. And it's like an estrogen substitute for your face. And it's very pricey, and so is this. So I would pick that over the Stem Factor. But that may not be right. Stem Factors are supposed to be great. I just didn't notice anything really that much. I love the idea of it, though, so I might replace it. I went through an Essence Volume Booster and an Essence Sculpted Volume Mascara and Primer. It's what I have on all the time. And I've just gone back on my Revitalash because my lashes got short and it's already helping. But these, I'm married to those. I don't ever try anything else. Okay, I went through an Hourglass concealer. This is beautiful. I love it. Now, this is not a good layering concealer. It's a little bit fussy. So I put it on after my color corrector, and then I can layer over it. But if I've got other stuff on, it's not a good touch up, but it's beautiful. And when I use it, I don't really have to touch up. It's a good full cover, and I like the doe foot. I love this doe foot. It's kind of, I don't know if you can see, it's kind of flat and fat, and I love it. I love it. Okay, then I went through a Boom Boom cream, and I have a big one of these. This has vanilla, pistachio, toasted almond, warm almond. I can't remember. I'll put it all right here. It's warm and rich and beautiful. I love my Boom Boom cream. My Mango Infusions, Juicy Pomegranate and Mango Soft Soap. I never get tired of it, y'all. If you've been here, you know all about it. It smells like pungent grapefruit. It is so nice. Ever since I found that, I just do not want to spend more on anything else. Then I went through a Suave Pink Grapefruit that Ellis for Living recommended, and I love this. It is kind of the same smell as this, but I can just use it all during the day because it's just a little hand soap. Oh, it is nice. If you like the smell of grapefruit, it just smells citrusy and kind of sharp, pungent, and refreshing. It's so nice. I went through a Monolaurin, and I'll tell y'all, this is Elle's Monolaurin. She gave this to me, or told me about it about 2 years ago. This is good for boosting your immune. It's just coconut. It's pure coconut, and it is amazing for keeping you well. I have not used this in over a year. Why? With everything we have going on, I need to be on this. So I just ordered 2 big bottles, and I'm back on this, and I'm feeling great. I take 3 or 4 of those a day because nothing stops me from not getting sick like Monolaurin. Then I went through a Tarte Knockout Tingling Treatment. I highly recommend this as a stout acid. I didn't replace it because I have Exfoderm Forte by Obagi, which is fantastic. And I bought the Sunday Riley Good Jeans. One of you girls reminded me about it, and I was like, I have not used that in forever. So I got that, and I don't need more than one powerful acid at a time. But I will replace that. I'm not going to forget it. Then I went through a Rita Hazan Root Concealer Touch-Up, and I always replace this. I'm about to replace another one. This is so good. I need it right now. Hold on. It doesn't have any in it. When my hair is real light and I need to color, like right now, this will add the nicest depth to my hair. And I use this after I blow dry, and it makes my color last a long time. I use this, and when my hair is wet, I use Fanciful, that Ellis for Living told me about. I love that. Then I went through a NARS Creamy Concealer. No, this is not empty. I just don't like it. I don't like how I have to put on and swipe to get this on. I really have to really work to get this on. Enough of it. I use more concealer than this. It's classic and people love it, and it covers great when I get enough on. But I use my Shape Tape, I use my Hourglass, I use my MAC. There are tons above this one. And so I'm throwing it out because, or maybe I'll give that to my niece that doesn't need as much coverage as I do. I went through a Maybelline Age Rewind. Always replace that. I'm about to replace it again. I love it. I use it as a color corrector. Okay, I went through a Dermablend that was a sample, and this is the Fair, I believe, or just translucent. I loved this. I mixed this in with my white Dermablend that's just transparent. With this, was so nice. I don't know that I noticed enough to replace this. The translucent, I will replace and keep replacing, and I have backups of the transparent that's white. Nakia Choi finishing powder. I finished one and replaced it. This is beautiful. This is what I finish with every morning. And then for touch-ups through the day, I use MAC. Like right now what you're seeing is MAC and this from this morning. But I love it. It is blurring, perfecting, It really does make you look like you put a light filter on your face. It's beautiful. Okay, and then I went through a Burt's Bees Refreshing Foaming Cleanser, and this is in the mint, cucumber and mint. It does not smell like cucumber and mint. It smells better than that sounds. And I love it. This takes everything off, does not dry me out. It's inexpensive. You cannot beat this. It gets everything. I use the cleansing oil by Hada Labo, and then I use that, and it gets it all. I love it. Then I went through a Juicy Couture Bodacious. I don't know if you can still get this, but I really enjoyed it. It smells like sugar. Sugar and vanilla. I loved it. It's a beautiful everyday. That package is a little much, but this was great for every day. I really enjoyed that, and a lot of times I would mix it with a vanilla. Okay, and then I have a few more things in here that I'm going to hold off till next time because we're running a little bit long. But y'all tell me down below some things that y'all are enjoying, anything you think I need to pick up and try. And that is all I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Leave comments and questions down below, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Y'all have a good day. Bye.